1 year later. Wow. Wow, 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 wow. Another year. God has kept me 1 more year around the globe. Another year, and I'm still standing. So, first, happy birthday to me. Yes. Happy 51st birthday to me. Another happy 1 year anniversary to Divinely Purpose 50 YouTube channel. Yes, 1 year ago, I started this channel where God has challenged me to give my testimony. He claims He's pulling me from behind the veil and pulling me forward. So, I'm going to try to do this video without crying, okay? So, to every person who has subscribed, who has prayed for me, who has liked, who have sent me messages, phone calls, emails, me prayers, um, left comments. I see you. I feel you. And I thank you. I couldn't have done this without any of you. So I just want to say thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. But let me be real with you. The past year, 2025, I recorded my first YouTube video on my birthday last year. Shortly after that, my mother became ill, and she celebrated her 80th birthday, which is 10 days after mine, in the hospital. And then a month later, she passed. It wasn't easy. It was the hardest year. It was the hardest year after losing my mother because I lost my Shiro. I experienced grief in a way that shook me to my core. I lost people I thought would be there. And I had moments where I didn't even recognize myself. I was supposed to have come out and post, and there were times when I recorded, but I didn't feel like it. Or there are moments where I wanted to record, but I couldn't. Because grief, y'all, is very real. And losing a parent or a child, it's even more difficult. Not to dismiss any other person or family member that you would have lost, but it hit different when it's a mother or a child. It hits deep. There were nights I couldn't sleep. I would hear her voice playing in my head. Moments I would walk and I would hear her, or I would want to talk to her, and I would want to pick up my phone and call her and know that I couldn't. I drive past places that held memories where we shared moments together and realize at this moment I can't go back there. It hurts. And what hurts too is people show up during the moments when it's fresh. When it's fresh, when the whole procession, all the procession is going on and the planning and the phone calls come and it's fresh and it's right there. But after the funeral, after the flowers fade, so do they. And I'm learning that. That in the moment, everybody's excited and it's hyped and it's ready. It's like having, a newborn, and it's an excitement that is carried. But after all of that, after the baby begins to grow, after the sleepless nights comes, after the moments that you go through, where are they? And that's when the real process begins. Because you're going through some serious, grievous moments. You're going through sleepless nights, the moments where you want to talk and you can't, the moment where grief hits, you'll be sitting and working and things just happen and you're wondering why are tears flowing. It's real. It's real. And it's not just you, it's everybody else that is surrounding you that is carrying the same impact. But though it is a moment where it's heavy, I want you to hear me. Even in that, God was still faithful. He was still faithful. Because though you want to sit there, that's not where you need to sit, right? Though you want to sit in the moments of what you have lost, I want you to understand. Because the word in John 10:10 says, the enemy comes to steal, kill, and destroy, right? But God comes that he will give you life and life more abundant. And I have to live my truth and not just quote it, right? This year for me taught me so many things. It showed me so many different layers of people. And I now understand that you can be grieving, but you're still called to help those that are in need. And I'm doing this because I want you to know, like me, I am going through. But where I did not post, it could have helped somebody else. Where I should have showed up anyway, it could have benefited somebody else. It's not just about me because God was still in the mix. So you can be grieving and you're still called to do what you're doing. You can be broken and you're still chosen to do what God called you to do. You can be unsure of what you're supposed to do, unsure of how to do it, but you still have purpose anyway. And I want you to know that, because where God has called you, he qualifies you. And where he has qualified you, he provides for you. So if you're in a season right now where everything feels heavy, where you're going through negative moments of emotions, where you're questioning, you're wavering, you're tired, and you're weighed down, I need you to hear me clearly. It is real. I'm not going to dismiss that feeling, but so is God. So is God. So in this season, you're going to move anyway. Yes, we're going to move anyway. Anyway, not when it's perfect, not when we feel so good within ourselves, not when it sounds right, not when it's look polished. We're going to do it afraid. We're going to do it tired. We're going to do it grieving if we have to. So no, you won't look like what you've been through. You won't go through the fire. You will go through the fires, but you won't smell like smoke. You may be pressed, but you won't be destroyed. Again, you may be pressed, the weight of what you deal with, but you won't be destroyed. Philippians 4:13 reminds us that we can do all things through Christ that gives us strength, not some things. So in the midst of all of what we're going through, we can do all things through him that gives us strength. And it even goes a little bit further. And in Psalms 139:8, it says, if I go up to the heavens, or you are there. And if I make my bed in the depths, you are there. So no matter the location of where you go, the distance or the extreme circumstances that you're going through, the negative, the loss, the grieving, the moments where you're high and the moments where you're low, including death and separation of a person or a friend, no matter where you go, God is going to be right there with you. He's in the presence of everything that you're dealing with. So I want you to trust him, lean on him, so you know. So today, as I celebrate 1 year of showing up, and I didn't show up that much last year. I posted some videos, I posted some short. I did not, but I know there was somebody that needed it, right? I was still trying to do stuff behind the scenes, but God was like, no, you didn't show up like you were supposed to. So 1 year of now showing up, a whole year later, 1 year of now pushing through. Even when it hurts, we're going to push through. And this next year, I'm asking you, as I'm challenging myself, we're going to come stronger. We're going to come realer, right? We're going to be raw and real with our feelings. And we're going to be coming unafraid. We're going to, even if we're fearful, we're going to do it anyway. So this is Divinely Purpose 50 YouTube channel, where it's all things real, all things pure, all things testimonial, right? And this, I'm giving it to you exactly how God gave it to me, raw and unfiltered. I'm not perfect. I wanted to make sure that I can memorize my whatever it is that I'm coming out here with. I want to make sure that the video looks decent and it's put together and it's polished. And I'm realizing sometimes I don't feel that way. And it's okay. Because if I don't feel that way, if it doesn't work out the way that I want it, then I'm missing out on being a blessing to who God is calling me to bless. You'll sit on what God gives you, and that we're not going to do anymore. Because I realize there are lives that needs to be changed. And my testimony is that it's life-changing. For those that, there are times when we go through circumstances in life, and because somebody else have not gone through what you've gone through, they're questioning the ability of you, or because they didn't walk down the same depth that you have gone through, the same problems or situation or the healing or the deliverance, they don't understand what it is that you have gone through. So they look at you in a way that is unpleasing. And because of that, you become fearful. I don't want you to do that. That was me. I was afraid of what people would say if the video didn't look right, if this didn't happen. And I'm realizing the amount of people that needs healing, it doesn't matter what one person's opinion is. God is calling you to do something. And here it is, 1 year later. I've spoken with so many women, so many men, and they're like, you know what? God had to have sent you to me. So I decided that where this 1 year anniversary came in, that I'm going to do it, and I'm going to do it for God. And y'all going to see me look down like I'm reading from something, and y'all going to hear me see me look across, because I'm not there yet. And eventually I'll get there, but right now I'm not there. And I'm just going to read it, because that's how I can do it right now. And that's what makes me feel comfortable, knowing that I wrote it out and I'm going to read it and I'm going to read it accordingly. So you'll sit on what God gave you if you don't get up and move. We're not doing that anymore. So this year I'm challenging you as I'm challenging myself. And we're going to show up. Even if it doesn't sound perfect, post it anyway. If it doesn't look perfect, release it anyway. Even if it doesn't feel right, obedience over perfection. Again, obedience over perfection. Okay? Because somebody out there need what it is that God is putting in you and you're holding back. So that person is not being released because you're holding on instead of releasing them from whatever it is that they're going through. You've already gone through the healing. God has already delivered you. So you're holding up somebody else's healing because you're refusing to be obedient. Because somebody out there needs whatever it is that you're holding on to. The Bible tells us in Romans 3:5 that tribulation produces perseverance. Perseverance builds character. And character produces hope. And hope, hope will not disappoint. Hope, again, will not disappoint you. That means everything you're going through is building something in you. Jeremiah 29:11 reminds us that God has not has a plan. I'm sorry. I am slightly distracted. I apologize. Jeremiah 29:11 reminds us that God has a plan and a purpose, not to harm us, but to give you a future, an experience end. So if God already has a plan for you, and his plan is not to harm you, but to give you a future that is greater than where you are right now. And all you have to do is heal and release whatever it is, because the healing belongs to you, but the testimony belongs to him. Because that's how he heals those that are also going through and do not know how to overcome. So if God already have that already future planned out for you, future where you're going to be a blessing to somebody else, or where you receive an abundance for what you have given, what are you holding on to? That's what I kept asking myself through this process this year. What are you holding on to, Alicia? Why? So I'm going to tell you, we're going to show up. And again, this year, I'm challenging you, like I'm challenging myself, to show up. We're not going to do it perfect. We're not going to look perfect. We're not going to sound perfect. But we're going to be obedient. Because obedience over perfection, right? Obedience is better than sacrifice, is what the Bible says. So we're going to do it so others can be healed. So thank you for being here. Thank you for growing with me. Even in the painful moments that I have endured, even in the moments where I didn't post as often as I wanted to, I thank you for watching. Thank you for commenting. Thank you for liking. Thank you for still continuously sending your prayer requests via email. And I really appreciate it. I truly do. This is a growing pain, and we're going to grow through it, right? And while we're doing that, I just want to tell you that every day that I pray for you, I'm asking you to continue to pray for me. Pray for me that God continues to lead, guide, and direct me to do his will according to his way. So if you're in your own process right now of uncertainty, of fear, of pain, of grief, of loss, of not being obedient, I'm going to ask you right now to stop. God is still carrying you. God is still there for you. God will bring you out of whatever it is if you be obedient to what he's calling you to. So this is my 1-year anniversary for Divinely Purpose 50 YouTube channel. Thank you again. This year I did not travel. Too much was going on. So thank you again for the birthday wishes. 1-year anniversary for YouTube, 51st birthday. And God has graced me because for all that I've been through, I could look like it and I could smell like the burnt marks of what I've gone through, but he has graced me, so I do not. So I just want to get hype up for you and to tell you, happy birthday to me. Happy birthday. Happy 1-year anniversary to Divinely Purpose 50 YouTube channel. For all the listeners, all the viewers, all the comments, all that you have reshared and shared, I thank you. As you celebrate with me and I celebrate with you, don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Continue to email me your prayer requests because I seem to be better for you, and I will continue to pray for you. So send those to divinelypurpose50@gmail.com. And I will continue to pray over them for you, declaring God healing and deliverance over your life. Continue to make your comments as you generally do. And I will see you in the next one. Until next time, happy 1-year and 51st birthday. 1-year anniversary to Divinely Purpose 50 and my 51st birthday. Thank you so very much for watching. Bye-bye.